am tuckered out. That was
pretty hazy from that wildfire.
You say he's just a friend.
Big leech.
Come on, man! Just went for a swim. Come on, love you, baby. So other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? How much did you pay for that tent? Tell him his tent sucks.
You, Jeremy. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent.
We are back out on the Superior Hiking Trail, bringing along my buddies from home. We have MJ on the trail here, the Hoff. This is the Hoff's first time backpacking. What's going through your head right now, Hoff?
Trying to figure out how I got suckered into this. It's going to be a long walk. Pack's a little heavier than I thought it'd be, but should be fun.
You know how they say the best way to get away from a bear is you bring somebody slower than you? Thanks for providing service. MJ.
I just hope I'm the last to tap out so I win the $500,000.
First thing, I tell these guys, I always forget something.
Are we there yet?
This trip I did pack everything, but I forgot my cell phone in my car that is at the end of the trail. So, I usually shoot most of my video on that, but it'll have to be on this backup camera that I have in my pack, which I don't have a whole lot of battery for. So we'll see how things go. On day one, we hiked 5 miles from Crosby Manitou State Park to the South Sonju Lake campsite. Well, we made it to the east branch of the Baptism River here. What's usually the river. I was at the same spot here in May, and the river was flowing normally. However, now it's not much more than a trickle. See, these guys could easily walk across the river without getting their feet wet. Really? Tell me more about that, Dave.
This is the kind of that doesn't stay, that stays on the trail.
Doesn't make the video.
Jeremy.
Hoff, you're 3 miles into your hike. How you feeling?
Pretty good so far. Going better than I thought. Adjusted the pack a little bit. Weights distributed a little better.
You're looking the part.
Definitely sweating, but it's going well.
You're not sweating at all, are you?
I feel great.
MJ on the trail.
Feel great. Down 29 pounds from last year, can totally feel it. So, in my body, not my pack. Let's go.
Been tough. Good though. Good exercise.
You see the end in sight here?
Yeah.
The lake?
The lake's here. It's good exercise, having fun out in nature. Not working. Couldn't be any better.
He's a lot more positive when I turn the camera on. What's going on there, MJ?
You just started cramping up a little bit. You get here and kind of forget about cramping up because it's so freaking beautiful.
Cramps. Did you bring any pads?
Oh, I figured you'd have them.
Oh, okay. Hoff, how come one calf is way bigger than the other one? Made it to camp. Sonju Lake South. All set up. MJ on the trail is relaxing. Hoff is over here pumping himself. Give you a quick tour of camp. There's Hoff's tent. There's MJ's tent. And here's my hammock. And the view of the lake right there. Okay, I'm taking the guys out for their first visit to Lilly's Island. Lilly's Island is one of my favorite parts of the Spear Hiking Trail. Looks like there are a couple through hikers out here already. We stopped in two harbors on our way up here at the Spear Hiking Trail Association store and office. We told them where we're hiking, and they said there's a sign-in box out at Lilly's Island, and we've been told that the register is full. So, can you bring out a new register? So I said sure. So doing a little service here of putting the new register notebook in the box and bringing the other one back to the Spear Hiking Trail office in Two Harbors. You guys,
Hi.
long time no see. Did you guys sign in yet?
We did, yeah. We saw some serious leeches in there.
Nice.
Yeah, they're big. We got a couple of little babies on us in a river before, and we were like, she was thinking about swimming, but there's some big leeches.
Come on, man.
There's some big boys in there.
You can see them if you go to the water's edge. You'll see them
They're
swimming.
swimming around.
That's
Oh,
what
they're-
somebody said, Snake Island and Leech Island.
Ew. Snake Island.
Yeah, that's it, Snake Island.
This?
Is?
No, someone was talking about
Well, there's snakes out there, yeah.
Yeah, and then just garter, and then all the
Oh.
leeches.
At this island?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's me.
What's your first impression of the lake here?
It's beautiful.
Sonju Lake is one of my favorite places. Just went for a swim. Couldn't talk the boys into it ever since they heard the girl talking about the leeches. But there's nothing better than when you're hiking on a hot day to take a nice swim. Did a complete search, well, almost complete, looking for leeches. Kind of the same sort of thing you do when you are looking for ticks. So it's a good refresh. Gonna get dried up. Important thing when you hike with newer hikers like these guys is to not make them overly do too many miles and to keep them happy tonight. You know, with the drought up here, there's a big forest fire just 20 miles away from here. We haven't seen any of the smoke yet, but when it's this dry, there's of course no campfires. Usually tonight I would have treated them to some steaks. There's actually a grill on this campsite that's really nice, but we can't build a campfire. So we brought in some frozen brats and hot dogs, and we will boil them on our stoves for the first night. Some chips, buns, ketchup, mustard, onions. We got it all. So there might be a little bit of rain tonight, but this is beautiful weather. Love it. Treating the boys to a good dinner tonight. How is it?
I'm waiting for my brats. I'm having a hot dog. It's not bad. Just waiting for the brats. A man's. It's like a hot
Tastes
dog.
good to me.
How's your first day backpacking there, Hoff?
It was pretty good. Got a little tired at the end, but all in all, I'd rate it pretty fun. I used the fun word. Yeah, it was good.
And we were just talking, this is maybe your 15th or 20th time ever sleeping in a tent.
Yeah, we'll see how we're doing tomorrow morning. But I'm pretty tired, so I think I shouldn't have much trouble sleeping tonight.
Night, John boy.
Night.
That's all I got.
Good morning. Got some nice rain last night. Nice steady rain. I'm not sure how much we got, but I stayed dry. It's great for how dry everything is out here, and hopefully it'll help out the people fighting the fire 20 miles away from here. But maybe not so good for everyone else. I woke up and Hoff and MJ on the trail are gone. I think they're getting their bear food. But MJ moved his tent up here, and it appears he did not stay very dry last night. His tent has a huge puddle there, and I see his clothes hanging up here on the line, so that should be an interesting story. I hope he slept all right. Yeah, it'll be a fun day today. Come on along.
Morning.
Strange people you meet out here on the trail.
What's up, Jeremy?
Packed up the food.
MJ, did you get a little wet last night?
Yeah, I did. But we're over that. So.
Have you ever had that sensitive situation where you brought a new person out backpacking and they're proud and showing off their new gear and you're just like, maybe it's not so good? Well, MJ on the trail and I...
We can edit that out. We'll be fine.
MJ on the trail and I had that discussion last night, and he had this brand new tent, and you know he's real proud of it. And I was a little. I don't
know if I was proud of it.
I didn't want to criticize it.
He at first thought it was really cool, and then we looked closely, and we were questioning whether it was waterproof.
Yeah.
Venting was.
So, but then I asked MJ. I said, "How much did you pay for that tent?"
It was $24.99.
$24.99. Then I heard that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tell him his tent sucks.
Yeah.
So the problem, this isn't make fun of MJ Day. This is to educate you on not to buy a tent like this. So it's gray and red, and it's a single wall tent. Single wall tent is where you don't have the screen and rain fly going over the top, which a single wall tent isn't bad. My $600 tent is a single wall tent, and it's ultra lightweight, right? The problem is this tent does not have any screen on it anywhere. It does not have any vents. So if you're camping in it, even last night while it was raining, you were hot, right?
Yeah, it was kind of sticky until I got wet. Then it was cold.
So there's condensation.
Range of them.
If you can't vent, your breath is creating moisture and it'll all get trapped inside your tent. So other than that,
it's been a pretty good morning.
Yeah.
I don't know if, can you call it morning if you technically didn't sleep? You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll get there.
So other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
It was wonderful. I'd still rather be here than anywhere else.
On day 2, we plan to hike 8 miles from Sonju Lake to the Leskinen Creek campsite. We made it to the Finland Rec Center in pretty good time. It's about noon. Having some lunch. Sitting here at a picnic table under a gazebo. MJ is airing out his wet sleeping bag and some of his wet gear over here on a rock. MJ and Hoff went into the community center here and are getting some water inside. We talked to a guy from the Red Cross, and there's nobody here. This is where they're using for people that were evacuated, and people must have found a better option. But gonna rest up, dry up, kind of figure out our game plan if we're going to proceed as planned or come up with an alternative plan. How you feeling there, Hoffy?
Pretty good. Feel bad for D1 getting his stuff all wet, but hopefully we'll talk him into continuing, and we're probably, 70% done for the day?
9 hours ago I was sitting in a tent with 2 inches of water. My sleeping bag was drenched. I was using that as a pillow. This shirt was soaked. I was freezing. 9 hours later.
lunch today?
Got some beef sticks, got some cheese and crackers, some chips, just a bunch of crap.
If you're bringing somebody that's never been backpacking before and you tell them to bring beef sticks for a couple days, a couple lunches, it might be good to be more explicit of the quantity of beef sticks that you should bring. I don't think Hoff is going to be starving to death here. We have made a plan. MJ and Hoff are going to hang out here for about another hour, drying out stuff. I am going to take off right now. I'm going to hike past Leskinen Creek, where we're going to camp tonight. Keep on going up through section 13, down to County Road 6, get my phone from my car, and get a warm shirt for MJ here. Hike all the way back to Leskinen Creek and meet these guys to camp tonight. So it's about 1 o'clock right now. It's a beautiful day out, a little windy, not good for the fire. MJ's up here drying his sleeping bag. Just leaving Finland Rec Center, walking back to the car, past a trail sign that said that it was 8 miles to my car, which is a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, but 8 miles there, probably, I don't know, 5 miles back, so I got about a 13-mile hike to go to get to camp tonight. So picking up the pace, probably after about 3 or 4 miles here, I'm going to get to Leskinen Creek. I'm going to unpack my bag, set up my hammock, drop a bunch of weight from my pack, and then keep on going for the next, 9 miles with a lighter pack. But whew, here we go. Made it to Leskinen Creek, set up my hammock, unloaded some gear. There were some college-age kids there stopping for lunch, but hung my food up, took most of the gear out of my pack. Still have some snacks, water. So I can't remember exactly how far I got to go. I'm thinking it's about 5 miles each way. So wish I had some music to listen to, but you gotta have a phone to do that, right? So I'm gonna put my head down, head through Sawmill Bog, up section 13, down section 13, back up section 13, back down section 13, back through Sawmill Bog, back out this way. Hey, if there's a trail I'm gonna see multiple times, this is a good place to see it. Glacial, erratic, first time. Sawmill Bog, first time. Section 13, first time. Woo! Just came across like a mama bear and a cub. Probably got about 20 feet away. You can see the cub up the tree over here. Now they ran away. I didn't want to get too close to that cub. Well, that was fun. I was walking out, I saw a group come in, I warned them of the bears there. But I'm back to my car, so I'm halfway through my hike. Guess still have to hike back to Leskinen Creek, but gonna grab that shirt and that phone here. Alright, I'm going for the backup camera at 720 dots per inch. Back to 4K, baby. Aren't you lucky? Love you, baby. Section 13, part 2. Giddy up. Sawmill Bog. Dose. Big Rock, the sequel, part 3 coming soon.
Hey! Hey! Please tell me you brought my flannel.
What? Let's go, boys. Woo. On day 3, we hiked 3 miles from the Leskinen Creek campsite to section 13.
Zombie apocalypse. Just to be ready. With COVID, it doesn't seem as silly as it might have been pre-COVID. The first thing we got to do, guys, is we have to secure a location where the zombies can't really get in. Okay? So you'd think like US Bank Stadium. Go take over that. Plenty of people could live inside there. You could take over a prison. People would have rooms, maybe a hotel. I think you should take over Menards.
It's a beautiful morning out. Got a little chilly last night, probably down to about 50. Didn't really have warm clothes, but it's right on the edge of being too cold, but I was all right. But we just have a short walk heading back towards section 13. We just walked by the glacial erratic, the big rocks. Seems like the guys are doing pretty good, a little sore, but in good spirits. Even talking about, hey, we could have went a little bit farther yesterday, but it's all going good. Everybody's having a good time. Today it's going to be real relaxed. We'll get up to section 13 probably before lunch. So, relax, go over and look at the lookout, just hang out. Sawmill Bog, part 3. What are we doing here, fellers?
Getting some good swamp water.
I heard you need a little fiber in your diet.
Yes, it's gonna do the trick. So, looks pretty good. The water looks pretty good. We live in Cottage Grove, so this might.
Better than 3M water?
Yeah, it's better than 3M water.
Taking a break, just filled up with the swamp water. Not really looking forward to drinking it, but I will. I'll pretend it's something else.
Was a little darker, we could pretend like it was Coors Light. We're leaving Sawmill Bog. Are you ready? Are you ready for section 13?
Section 13, I don't know anything about section 13. I don't care about section 13. But if climbing section 13 and waking up tomorrow morning and climbing down, if that gets me closer to my wife, then that's my mission. That's my mission.
And you know, he's in the best shape of his life. Hoff is killing it here, going up the hardest climb of the hike, going up section 13. I'm having a hard time keeping up. He's been sprinting. That heavy breathing is all mine, not his. How you feeling, Hoff?
I'm tired.
But you're moving. Made it to the top, Steve. Way to go, Hoff. How you feeling?
I am tuckered out. That was pretty tough for a novice like me, but it was doable.
We just finished lunch up here at section 13. You can see it's pretty hazy from that wildfire. It's probably about 20 miles northwest of us. But the smoke's making its way down here. It doesn't bother us in the breathing. But Hoff, you had some strawberries and granola here for lunch. Feeling a little bit better? Describe your hike up to the top of the mountain.
I was feeling good, and it basically zapped probably 90% of my energy. So,
All right, so it's section 13. We actually parked on the other side. So I'm gonna go to our car, to Jeremy's car, to get some water, to get a jacket, and so we'll see. I'm gonna do section 13 twice in one day, I guess. All right, I think I'm near the area that Jeremy saw a bear last night, so I'm singing a song. Sorry, it might be out of tune, but na 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 na, hey bear. I've just been singing that for about 15 minutes straight. Well, I made it back to Jeremy's car. Pro tip, always keep napkins in your glove compartment in case nature calls. Thank you, Jeremy, for doing that, and you'll have to restart. You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need. You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh baby. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling and cooling, relaxing and speedball shooting outside of the school. When a couple of kids that were up to no good started causing trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little scrap. My mom said, "Bad, y'all moving to Uncle Bob in Bel Air." Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, boys, we did it. Day 4. What's on the agenda today?
Breakfast.
What are we gonna have for breakfast?
everything.
What are we gonna have?
It's been a fun trip. Thanks for coming along. Hoff, any last reflections on your first backpacking trip?
Anybody can do this. You just gotta work hard, have great friends support you, and it's look at the view we get to see. Unbelievable. You can
you're talking about that, or
yeah,
right
this
here?
view, and you can say, hey, I had to work to get there. I didn't drive my car up, so it's an awesome trip.
And MJ, what were the differences between your first trip last year and this trip?
I think mentally I was more prepared. Physically, I think I was more prepared. So I was able to withstand a drenched tent on day one, and it just kept getting better than this. And this is the reward we get.
And you bounced back where yesterday you were like, we didn't hike far enough. I need to hike a little farther.
Went down to get some water. So we're doing this section. I'll get to do it again.
Thanks for coming along, guys.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit that bell notification that's right over here by his stomach. Check out Facebook right in front of their faces. Instagram. I got some sweet merch you can buy on Teespring. Thanks for coming along. Food. Let's go.
Oh, baby, you!
Well earned.
Food never looks so good.
And this won't even be enough.
Oh yeah.